What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is BBIG, Vinco Ventures. This finishes at $2.37 today. That is down 15.96%.
And it's gone.
So this is really nasty. This was pretty much one of the only stocks in the red today, and this was deep in the red. But there was a reason as to why the stock went down so much today. We had some news coming out in the aftermarket yesterday. So the Cryptide dividends is getting pushed back. Up to this point, they've been saying May 27th is the dividend date, which honestly I did not believe at all, because that wouldn't even make sense based on their S1 filing. There's this thing called the 20-day rule, where you have to wait 20 days after you file your S1 for the shares to go live, and they filed that on May 9th, I believe. So at the very minimum, it would have been May 29th. So yeah, they lied to you guys. So now there's no new specific dividend date, but they say the end of Q2, which would be at the end of June. So hopefully they come through next month, but quite honestly, I would not be surprised if they push it back again. But yeah, the investors are really not happy with this. A lot of people sold off, down 16% today, very nasty. So let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this appears to be a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 195, and there are multiple possible tops. It can be 350, 390, 440, or 555. And in the longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle, where the top can be 730, 835, 910, 940, 1040, 1190, or the high of 1250. So the cup and handle is bullish in the short and long terms. And then we do have a quadruple gap down. First gap down back at 955, so that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 955 to fill that gap. Second gap down is at 745, so another bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 745 to fill this gap. Third gap down at 585, another bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 585 to fill this gap. And today, this gap down again at 275. So another bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 275 to fill this gap. And that one should happen in the short term. The other gap downs will probably take a while before those gaps fill. Here we have a symmetrical triangle. Right now, it looks like it's consolidating between 330 and 230. So there's a bit more consolidation to go. This should consolidate around 280 before it breaks out. But this is hugging the lower ends of the triangle here. So if this breaks 230, that can be bearish. So the symmetrical triangle here is neutral to bearish. But if it does come back up to around 280, it would be bullish. And down here on the MACD line has crossed the signal line to the downside. So that's a bearish indicator. That is telling us that it may be time to sell. And it does look like we have some critical support at 215 and 195. Very strong support there. If those supports break, this can go really bad. That'd be bearish. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now, this is sitting on the support of 240, which it finished around today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 250, 265, 275, 285, 295, 305, 315, 320, 330, 340, 350, 365, 375, 390, 405, 415, 425, 440, 460, 475, 485, $5, 515, 535, 545, and then 555. There is resistance above 555, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 225, 215, 195, 175, 160, 135, and then 110. So right now at this current price, 237, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 265 to the upside, the channel starts to narrow, so expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this breaks 265. RSI is currently at 42, so that's on the lower end, so that is below average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 237 should be a little bit higher, and this did 22 million in volume today, which is below the average of 25 million. So the sell-off today was not confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So I do feel really bad for BBIG holders. I think the company definitely mistreats their investors. They should show their investors more respect. It took them almost a year to actually announce the Cryptide dividend, and now they pulled a quick one again. So hopefully they do actually deliver on their promise of the end of June. But to be honest, I would not be surprised if they push it back again after that. That being said, according to the TA, the charts do look really bullish in the short and long terms. We do have some strong bullish indicators in the cup and handle and quadruple gap down, and we have bearish indicators in the MACD and symmetrical triangle right now. So this may pull back a little bit more, but again, we do have some critical supports at 215 and 195. Gonna have a hard time breaking that, and there's a lot of upside potential. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, 237 is a pretty good entry. Not the greatest entry, but an above average entry. So you really can't go too wrong buying in here at 237. In the short term, this has the potential to come back up to 555 to complete the cup. So that would be about a 130% upside. And in the longer term, this should come back up to 955 to fill the gap. And that would be over a 300% upside. So a lot of upside potential in the short and long terms, and not too much downside potential. I think at most, this will come back down to 195, and that'd be less than a 20% downside potential. So in the short term, 130% upside potential, 20% downside potential. So I would say going long here would be a medium risk, very high reward play. Definitely worth a shot in my opinion. You can't go too wrong here at 237. So I can't support going long at 237. And if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. As a wise man once said, buy the effing dip. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that for the same reasons I said to go long. This has already gotten beaten down very hard. You should have went short anywhere from the $5 to $3 range. And here at 237, it's a bit too late to go short. Not the greatest entry at all. Again, 130% upside potential, 20% downside potential. So I would say going short here would be a very high risk, medium reward play. Just not worth it, in my opinion. You missed your chance, and if you go short here, there's a good chance you get burned. So there are definitely way better short plays out there in the market. Don't really see why you'd go short on BBIG right now. So pretty straightforward, guys. It's been pretty rough for this stock the past few months, and very disappointing news yesterday in the aftermarket, but still looks pretty bullish in the short and long terms. So 237, pretty good entry. May go a bit lower, but really can't go too wrong. A lot of upside potential. Not too much downside potential, and really no reason to go short here. You missed your chance, and at this point, it's too risky in my opinion. Not too much money to be made on the downside, and good chance you get squeezed out. So sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today, but could be a good buying opportunity, not financial advice. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take position. This is BBIG, Vinco Ventures. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.